ki khubor ka Batisi TV lawan rashapi da ka Orange Nissan Loomso po near Fire Brigade Shillong.
Admissions are open at BDW International School. Enroll now.
The St. Joseph Services invites admission for MBBS in India and abroad. For more details, contact 94361
Kaseng Congress kabasyong hagalyang persya akalabu thong bantan biang yikidkhot kibarim kibala pet na ka party hakisnem kibala no khnang ban Pynkhlaiñ biang ni ka party shwa ban Pynkhlaiñ ye ke election she ke yeng dorbar thawan hostnem 8000 arpulai. The Working President Jong Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee ka Dr. Maisel Amperin Lingdo habaya keren bat kilat pathai khubor kala kerpa di ki Riewrim ki bala pet no na ka seng Congress bakin wan pai biang chaka seng khnang ban Pynkhlaiñ ka Congress hapo gani ka jilla Meghalaya bat ban yo bat biang yo lakam sinchar hadin ka election.
Right now we are consolidating on all of our resources, consolidating on all of the various leaders that have remained loyal to the party. We are consolidating on strategizing a good election, an election with a leadership, an election which is void of confusion as to who's going to lead the coalition leadership if it repeats itself, because we've seen over the last 3 elections, there's always been a hung house. And when that hung house does come before us, then we need to already be ready. And that is why I'm saying, from within, we'll have to consolidate. We'll have to have strategies put in place that will ensure that party men, leaders, MLAs, MDCs remain dedicated to the party. We don't want to deny that there could be further exodus of few MLAs or few MDCs. Why should we hide it? You are already seeing the speculation of the media, and we are also playing along with the speculation of the media. Why should we fight this speculation? We are preparing ourselves, and you can see the surprise of political parties the moment Congress says we're looking at coalition, pre-poll coalition engagements. Well, you can already see that they're now finally getting worried. Because I would really like to see what agendas would be brought forward to election platforms from all political parties that are a part and parcel of the MDA, which is inclusive of the BJP. The very fact that overnight, within how many days did the Election Commission in the state of Meghalaya give candidates to file the nominations? I think they were given 7 days. Within 7 days, suddenly our MDCs are gone. So that is bad politics. You are banging on your bad politics to do well in 2023. Come 2023, all 60 constituencies of the state of Meghalaya will have as many as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candidates, all wearing their own jerseys. It will be very interesting to see the agendas of all these political parties in the 2023 fray. Looking forward to it. I'm going to see now, what does UDP say the BJP has done or not done? It'll be interesting to see what are the agendas of the UDP against the NPP. It's going to be a very interesting watch for all of us. And let me tell you, it's okay if the Congress has gotten a beating, but these experiences will give us a lot of insight, and we are anyways planning very concretely. We are not distracted by the duties of engaging in governance. Our duty thus far in the last almost 4 years has been only to coach the government, to tutor the government, to highlight issues which the government had oversight. So it's been very interesting. I'm not giving up. And if the people of Meghalaya have seen the failures of this government, they will be looking for an alternative leadership in government. Right now, it has been made to look like we are broken from within. But we will see what happens in 2022, just a couple of months away from now. Seat sharing is not the only aspect of pre-poll alliance. There are so many other components of a pre-poll alliance. Seat sharing is one aspect of pre-poll alliances. In certain constituencies, even our partners, whoever they may be, will not, will not be able to say, okay, there is no political party that will say it will be 100% seat sharing. I think you know that already. There are formulas that have worked in various parts of the country. And why not? Meghalaya is now mature because of the hung house result that is always the result of every election. If in 2018, Congress won the largest numbers of MLAs with 21 MLAs. Did anybody allow us to rule? So you have this hodgepodge MDA which is engaged in bad politics, which is not productive in the long run for the public. We have seen their performance on the floor of the House. We have seen their performance outside of the House in the Secretariat. So many confused policies. Till today, the MDA does not have a common minimum program. So when you don't have a common minimum program, you will see the different platforms, election platforms, as you saw in the Pynkhlaiñ by-election. Here were two big partners of the MDA who were actually hurling accusations at each other and mimicking the politics of this state. So we are saying that pre-poll alliance has many aspects. Congress will be brave, Congress will be mature, and we will try to see how best we can have alliances with like-minded parties who have the tribal interests as a top priority in their agenda. I also want to see that our party projects a fair share of the solution of our border disputes with Assam as per discussions and dialogues that took place in 1971. You cannot say that this give and take policy which was applicable to international borders can be again adopted in interstate borders. Which political party will spell out in its manifesto the importance of this whole? Is anybody really caring? How can you decide on a give and take policy which does not handhold the district council, which has all the documents, under which even the government of India accepted our partnership with India in the independence period? So these are all very serious issues, and our party is going to be brave. And we are going to definitely try to engage productively with political parties, with like-minded policies, like-minded manifestos, which focus primarily on the interest of the public or the communities of the state of Meghalaya. Somebody may call it our weakness, but we are calling it our strength. There are so many small parties now that will surface, you mark my word, in 2021. In 2023, you've already seen one party which has just been floated. We are expecting to see more national parties come in. Now, all these newcomers into the political arena of the state of Meghalaya will keep them in a position where there will be a possibility of some sort of a pre-poll alliance. There is no harm. If somebody thinks that it is our weakness, it is for them to think that it is our weakness. I wonder whether BJP or UDP, since you have said particularly these two parties are taking a take at us, are they in government on their own? How many MLAs are there of the UDP and how many MLAs are there of the BJP in the state of Meghalaya since 2018? So laugh while you can, but you will have to look at some sort of an alliance with some sort of partners. So if my politics is smarter than theirs, it's okay if they laugh. We will have the last laugh. That's how I see it. See, the by-poll elections, like I keep telling the citizens of the state of Meghalaya, our vote share was much higher than the vote shares of all political parties engaged in government in the state of Meghalaya. I stand by that because we go by numbers of candidates that were fielded in the by-poll elections. If you will see the number of candidates that were fielded in the by-poll had one agenda in mind. Let us all gang up and defeat the Congress. If we cannot all gang up and defeat the Congress, let us poach their MDCs and divide the Congress. So if Congress stands divided, it is not our own doing, but it is the doing of our opponent parties. An MDC, a 4-time MDC, being poached. What were the results of that poaching? Did we see him come number 2? No, we saw him come number 3. Focus your attention to Rajabala. Our Congress MDC was poached. What is his standing? He came 3rd. If only we were united and if only our opponents did not steal our members, we could have won those elections. So we go by those calculations because by-polls are always something where all 60 MLAs focus on. The irony of the by-polls recently held in the state of Meghalaya was that our members were stolen overnight, just when the Election Commission announced the elections right under our nose without our knowledge. Now how can you say that we cannot hold them together? If only we had known. If only we were aware. But we have learned over the years. See, a pre-poll alliance does not necessarily mean that we will not field candidates, or whether or not we will not look at all the other areas of electoral politics. But it also means that there will be a partnership. If you have a pre-poll alliance that's going to yield better results in the state of Meghalaya, nothing like it. That is what's happening in mainland India. Where have you seen a pre-poll alliance where either of the parties still don't field candidates? We have seen those kinds of engagements in other parts of India also. So what makes you think that we will not be successful? You're looking at so many new parties that are coming. Let me not name them one by one. But we need to strategize for 2023, and being smart politicians make us look at that scenario in 2023. So is there any guarantee that there will be a tie-up or there will not be a tie-up with BJP and NPP? Do you see that NPP, BJP, UDP will not try to form government in 2023? So that is what they told the public before going all the way from 17, 18. They went and they told public we will never partner with the BJP. But right now you see all those parties working with the BJP. So better you speak like the Congress, where you say that if we can have some sort of a pre-poll alliance where we can discuss. See, modalities of pre-poll are very wide. Can the UDP go boldly to 2023 elections and say they will not form government with BJP? Challenge you. Can the NPP say that they will never form a government with BJP? So this is the theatrics of these people. Let them laugh at us. But we will look at the seriousness of situations and see how best we can make sure that in 2023, the state of Meghalaya and its people receive a political dispensation in government which will be sensitive to all its needs. That is the challenge before this MDA government, and let us see whether there will be any party which dares to say we will not partner with BJP post 2023. See, Congress is at this point of time consolidating on our team 2023. And if we have personalities who have left the party for whatever reason in the past, we want to again request them to rejoin, including MLAs, including MDCs. Anyone who has partnered with the Congress in the past, we will try to reach out to them, and nobody can stop us from doing that. This is a democracy. You can't tell us, hey, don't come here. This is the line. There is no line. We never told you not to poach our MDCs. Did we threaten you on any platform? Why again are you becoming so defensive when the Congress approaches one person of the past? We will continue to request them to join us. We will continue to consolidate on our membership of the Congress party. We want to build Team 2023 at the earliest. But we don't go and use unfair means, no? When somebody has been called back to join our party and that person doesn't make a statement and somebody else makes a statement on his behalf, so it's all theatrics, you know. Let us see whether they come back or not. Nobody can stop. Nobody stopped them also. They can't stop us also. But we will pull and push. That is the idea. Create this pull and push scenario where we ask individuals who have been leaders in their constituencies to rejoin. Because right now there are life and death threatening situations. Number one priority is the border. We should not allow anyone to hand over to the state of Meghalaya once India achieves 75 years or once Meghalaya achieves 50 years. A map which is smaller than that promised to us in 1971. We do not want to see a new look in our map. No one has to take anything from us because we have nothing to give. Because land does not belong to the government. That's the first thing that's going to be a top priority for us. The second thing is, how do you rebuild this nation and this state which has taken this kind of an economic beating due to pandemic, due to other causes? And how can you handhold the people of the state of Meghalaya to be able to earn a livelihood which can at least help them survive? We want that to happen. We want to have a full account of the kind of minerals that have been taken away from a state without the state knowing, without its people knowing, without a proper auditing. We want to know what has happened. Because whatever the people of Meghalaya benefit out of these minerals, there should be a corresponding growth of the GDP. The third thing that I feel is that we need to install into position mechanisms which will ensure that all these flagship programs actually reach to the man on the ground. Piggery mission, honey mission, what all mission you have. Kudos if you've done a good job. But make sure that the people living in the last village, in the last house of every village, understand that flagship program and also benefit to the maximum from that flagship program.